Welcome to Tabarak Educational Platform. I'm Mr. Hesham Talat from Tabarak Private School. In the beginning, I have to thank our respected chairman, Mr. Yunus Al-Rahbi, for his great efforts to make this educational bridge to connect the students with the school.
Dear grade 12 students, today we have a different task to do in our online teaching. Today we are going to explain listening and we'll take a listening test as an example for grade 12. Of course, before we start our lesson today, we have to read this famous proverb. The world is giving you answers each day. Learn to listen. So, you have to listen more than you speak, because listening may be the focus of all understanding. Before we start our test of listening today, or listening test today, we have some instructions to test takers. Test takers means the students who are going to take listening test. There are some pieces of advice we have to memorize very well before starting our listening test. Make the most of your listening test. How? If you can't hear the audio clearly, let a member of the staff know straight away. Follow the instructions carefully. They may be different to practice or previous tests. Also, you have to listen for the specific information you want, because you have listening 1 and listening 2. So, you must follow the instructions and read the questions before listening, and know exactly what are the specific information you need from each listening. For example, if you have a question about time, so you have to focus on the time. If you have a question about the number of people, who were in the party, you have to focus on the number of people. Also, you should try and anticipate, understand, predict what the speaker will say. This will require concentration. You have to focus more to expect answers. So, by this way, you are able to answer all questions correctly. Don't worry if there is a word you don't understand. You may not need to use it, and this happens many times in a lot of exams. That many students, even me sometimes, I can't catch all the listening tests, so I have to skip and continue the conversations and try to guess the word or to skip it. Because of course there are some words that I cannot understand or can't catch. If you don't know the answer to a question, try and attempt it, but don't waste time. So, for example, if you have a question in WH questions is not clear or difficult to answer, don't waste your time and try to go to or move quickly onto the next one. Be careful with your spelling and grammar. Try as possible as you can. Of course, the ministry instructions that we can overlook some spelling mistakes. It's okay, but it's better to be accurate when you write. and focus on spelling and grammar as possible as you can. Don't panic. Don't be scared if you think the topic is too difficult or the speaker is too fast, because a lot of tip scripts the speaker is speaking or speaks very fast and you can't catch him or her. But don't worry, relax and tune in. Try to continue listening and get any information to be ready to answer the questions. Read, write, and listen at the same time. Is it possible to you? You have to try it, because there are some multiple choice questions and you can shade and answer very fast and quickly. But on the other hand, we have some comprehension questions that need WH questions that need more time and long time to write, and needs also grammar and spelling. So try to read, write, and listen at the same time as possible as you can. Focus precisely on what you are asked to do. Focus greatly. Focus deeply on what you are asked to do in a completion type questions. What means? Because some questions and some grades you are asked to fill in the space. So you have to read and understand before you write and complete the answer, complete the space or fill in the space. Pay attention to the word limit. This one is very important because some students don't look and focus on the head questions that maybe don't write more than 2 words or 3 words, or sometimes and generally in our exams 4 words. Okay, so you have to read the head questions and know how many words are you allowed to write, the limit of words you can write. For example, if you are asked to complete a sentence using no more than 2 words, if the correct answer is leather coat, the answer coat may be made of leather would be incorrect. Why? Because he asked you to write 2 words and you wrote 1, 2, 3, 4 words. So you have to be careful about this point. And if you feel the answer is long, you can shorten it. You can make it short answer. No need to say, he is from Canada. No, it's enough to write from Canada. It's okay. If the question asks you to complete the note and the correct answer is morning, note or take care that in the morning would be incorrect. The correct answer is morning. So you have to check your answer. If you ask it right, just 1 word in each space. Don't write 2 words like that. If you write a cat, it's not 1 word. It's 2 words. So you have to take care and check your answer very well and carefully. Attempt all questions. There are no penalties for incorrect answers. Check your answers at the end, of course, of the listening test. You have to check and revise quickly, okay, all your answers to make sure you may forgot some letters, misspelling, or even full questions that you kept it at last to answer. You have to answer quickly before you move to the next questions. Now we have a listening test example for you, and I got this sample test from previous grade 12 exams. So you have to listen and focus carefully and deeply on the listening test But before you listen, I have to pay your attention that the new style and new specifications of grade 12 exam listening test became just listening twice. Because before all the previous years, we have to listen 3 times. But this year, new specifications that you have to listen just twice. So you have to focus more and answer carefully and listen carefully and do your best to get the answer from the first or second time. Of course, here press the icon to start the listening test. When you press this icon, the listening will start. Okay, tip script. Of course, you will listen at home, inshallah, and then you go to what? To answer the listening test. Listening 1, then you go to listening 2. Okay? Inshallah, you will find this exam and test very easy and very useful and fruitful for you because it is the same style and the same specification according to the same specifications of grade 12 listening exam. Good luck for all. Thank you so much for listening. Take care when you answer listening test. Don't worry. Answer carefully. Thank you so much.
Homework and other educational activities will be downloaded on Tabarak model. And if you have any inquiry, you can email the school. Thank you.